Have you ever wondered where all the water in rivers comes from? Or how rivers find their way to the ocean? Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of drainage systems. A drainage system is like a network of smaller streams which come together to form a main river. This river eventually flows into larger bodies of water like lakes, seas, or oceans. The area that is drained by a single river system is called a drainage basin. And have you heard of a water divide? It's an elevated area, like a hill or a mountain, that separates two different drainage basins. Let's learn more about drainage systems. There are two main types of drainage patterns in India: the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. The Himalayan rivers, like the Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, are known for their long journeys and numerous tributaries, which are smaller rivers that flow into them. Most Himalayan rivers are perennial, meaning they have water all year round. Let's learn about the Indus River system. It starts in Tibet and flows through India into Pakistan. Other rivers like Ravi, Chenab, Beas, Satluj, and Jhelum together enter the Indus River near Mithankot in Pakistan. The Indus River is famous for its beautiful gorges and is fed by tributaries like the Jaskar and Nubra. Next, we have the Ganga River system. The Ganga is often called the lifeline of India. The source of the Ganga River system, Bhagirathi, originates from the Gangotri Glacier. Bhagirathi meets the river Alaknanda at Devprayag, forming the river Ganga. This river system flows through the mountains and plains, meeting other rivers like the Yamuna and Ghagra along the way. Lastly, we have the Brahmaputra River system. This river flows alongside the Himalayas, entering India in Arunachal Pradesh. In Assam, the river splits into many small channels, creating Majuli, the world's largest river island where people live. Now, let's look at the peninsular rivers. These rivers, such as the Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri, have a different story. They are older than the Himalayan rivers and flow in a fixed path. Let's learn about some of these rivers. First, the Narmada Basin. The Narmada River starts in the Amrakantak Hills and flows west through a valley. It's famous for breathtaking spots like the Marble Rocks near Jabalpur and the stunning Dhuadhar Falls. Second, the Tapi Basin. Similar to the Narmada, the Tapi also flows west but is shorter. It originates in the Satpura Ranges and has a unique parallel flow to the Narmada. Imagine two friends walking side by side. Third, the Godavari Basin. Known as the Dakshin Ganga, the Godavari is the largest river system in this region. It's about 1,500 kilometers long and weaves through various states, making it a lifeline for many communities. Fourth, we have the Mahanadi and Krishna basins. The Mahanadi flows through Odisha, while the Krishna is the second largest east-flowing river. Both rivers have numerous tributaries, which are like smaller streams joining a larger river. Together, they create a vibrant ecosystem. Lastly, the Kaveri Basin. Originating in the western Ghats, the Kaveri flows all year round thanks to its unique rainfall patterns. It's a vital river for Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, supporting agriculture and daily life. Moving on, let's learn about the importance of rivers and lakes. Rivers are not just beautiful, but they also play a crucial role in our lives. They provide water for drinking, farming, and even generating electricity. In India, where agriculture is crucial, rivers support millions of farmers. Lakes are equally important. They help regulate the flow of rivers, prevent floods, and provide habitats for wildlife. Lakes like Chilka Lake in Odisha and Loktak Lake in Manipur are not only important for biodiversity but also for tourism and local livelihoods. However, with our growing population and industries, rivers face pollution challenges. Untreated waste from homes and factories can harm water quality. That's why initiatives like the Ganga Action Plan and the National River Conservation Plan are essential. They aim to clean our rivers and protect our precious water resources. So, the next time you see a river or a lake, think about its journey and the vital role it plays in our ecosystem and economy. We hope you have understood about river system in India. Now, here's a secret on how you can study effectively with the EduRev app. You can learn with chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve NCERT-based MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for Class 9 and much more for your Class 9 preparation. Thank you.